So, very common question I get asked as a mortgage broker is, do I have any tips for helping you get out of debt and stay out of debt? And the fact is that debt is unfortunately just part of our lifestyles, whether it's with a car payment or if it's kids going to school, you do incur some debt. But how do you handle it and be smart about it? I personally really embrace the snowball method. So if you lay out all your debts, the idea of a snowball method is two ways. You can either do it using the highest interest or you can do it using the lowest balance. Personally, because I love to see progress, I kind of go for the lowest balance one. And what you do is you lay out all your debts. And then, so say you have 5 debts that you're paying on, credit cards, a car payment, a line of credit, whatnot. You lay out all your debts and then you find out which one's the lowest balance. So say you have a $2,000 credit card payment at Walmart, which is like 19-20%. So it's actually a high interest anyways. What you do is you start making the minimum payments on the other 4 debts and you put everything you have, all your energy into that one debt. In this case, we're going to say your lowest balance debt. And then if you put all your energy into that one debt, still making the minimum payments that you have to so your credit score doesn't suffer on the other debts, you'll see that first debt get paid off the quickest. And as soon as that debt's crossed off, then you can take all the effort that you were making onto that debt and put it on the next debt. So now you're down from 5 debts, you're down to 4 debts. And again, you're making the minimum on the other 3 debts, but you're really plugging away. You're really making the strongest effort on that 4th debt. And then, just like a snowball coming down a hill, gaining momentum, getting bigger as it goes. That's why it's called the snowball method. You're now going to pay off that 4th debt. And then all your effort's going to go into your 3rd debt. So that is the snowball method. And you can do it one of 2 ways. You can either do the list by your highest interest rate, which totally has merit, or you can do your list by lowest balances so that you can kind of make the most effort and just see that progress. You'd actually be surprised that most times the list is very, very similar because you only have 5 debts, so you can just kind of work it around. So that's the snowball debt method. I love it. I personally use it. And you, of course, can restructure it any way you want. Like if you have a car payment and the interest rate on that is 0% financing, okay, you know what? That's not even on my radar to pay, even if it was only a $6,000 balance. I'm going to put that over to the side. I'm really going to focus on the other debts. So do be smart about it, but that's how you do get ahead. Instead of making a little bit here, let's focus, let's get down to it, and let's really get those debts out of the way. So my name's Corbitt. I'm a mortgage broker. We give lots of tips on how to do debt refinancing, how to pay it off. It's not always about refinancing. It's not always about putting it back on your mortgage. Sometimes it just takes another eye to look at your budget and be like, hey, if you only have $3,000 left on this one particular car payment that's maybe $600. If you paid that off, that's $600 a month would hammer out those other debts in no time. So let's get you encouraged. Let's get you excited about paying off debt. Let's get you not accumulating more debt, because if you are mindful about paying it off, you're going to be a lot more mindful about wanting to buy. Actually, bonus tip, somebody told me to do this, especially with Amazon. It's so easy to click and buy, and I am so guilty of that. That became my COVID habit. I'm like, oh, I want this book and I want this movie and da-da-da-da. So now somebody said, put it in your cart, because it stays in your cart. So put it in your cart. Do not buy it the same day that you see it, unless it's something you absolutely need. Like if you purposely went to Amazon to look for a charger for your phone because your charger's fried, okay, obviously. But if you know in your heart of hearts that shirt, or that necklace, or that book is just, kind of a bonus prezzy, then put it in your cart. Let it sit there at least 2 or 3 days. And then if you're still like, oh, I do like that top, I really do want it to go great with this, or whatever the situation might be, go back and treat yourself if you're able to. But if that shine to it has kind of worn off a bit, maybe it's something you put on your wish list, and then when somebody wants to buy you a present, you have some suggestions for them. Again, Sherry Corbitt, mortgage broker. You can find me at mortgagesindurham.com, and I am passionate about paying off debt. Talk to you soon. Bye.